Hello, Łukasz, Konopie.info.pl. We are in Nakło, and we're going to speak with Kehrt Reyher, the founder of Hemp today and co-founder of the Nakło Foundation. Hello, Kehrt.
Hi.
So first of all, what is Nakło Foundation? What is this palace? How it all started?
Well, the story started when we were looking for some real estate, and we found this beautiful place, and we purchased it in year 2002. And immediately thereafter, we started a foundation, which primarily is working in areas of historic preservation and sustainability.
Right, and what were your major projects?
Well, the first major project we undertook here, of course, was the basic foundation of the house and the roof to keep it from falling down, and then we've done all of the heavy engineering on the house for the renovation, and we have finished living quarters for our family, and we have 4 rooms that are available that we rent out to guests.
All right, and at some point you got interested in hemp. How did it start?
Well, it started through the hotel. We had a guest who came here, and we tend to spend a lot of time with our guests because we're a small place and we don't have so many guests. And he started to tell me that he was about building this house that he was going to build from hemp, and this just got my interest because I'd never heard about anything like this. And so he showed me some videos, YouTube videos, and gave me a book to read. And I became really fascinated with this whole idea of hemp construction. This is we write about and cover hemp. In the broader sense, industrial hemp for all of its applications. But I came to hemp through the idea of building.
All right, so Hemp today is a magazine on industrial hemp?
Yeah, we're primarily a website focused on industrial hemp in the B2B, business-to-business sphere. We also have relations with 4 or 5 major hemp events around the world, and we produce magazines at these events in Colorado in the United States, in Cologne for the European Industrial Hemp Association, and right now we're starting a conference in Asia in the beginning of 2019, and we'll be doing 1 book there, and we publish an edition each year for the International Hemp Building Association.
Okay, so there are many events on hemp, it seems. One is going on right now. Yes. Could you tell us more about it, the summit?
This event that we're in the middle of now, we call Deep Green Building, and we have 25 people here from 12 countries, and they are right now in the attic because we're installing walls in the very top floor, the 3rd floor of the house, which never had any rooms. There was the house is almost 250 years old, and this space on the 3rd floor was never used. And so when we finished the structural engineering work on the house, and we put in new rafters in the very top of the house and the beams across the floor. By that time that we got all of that renovation work done, I had learned about Hempcrete, and I just thought it would be a perfect material for the walls up there because it's light material. It has very good acoustical properties, so you don't hear through it. It's insulating and generally healthy for human beings. So we invited Wolf Jordan, who is one of the leading natural builders in the world, in fact, certainly in Europe, to come over and lead this group of 25 people. along with a crew of leading Polish natural builders. And so we're having lectures about natural building, about the finishings for natural buildings, natural paints, everything that goes into to a healthy home.
All right, and as far as I know, there are other events coming, like Food, Health, and Beauty in May. Who could be interested in it? What is it going to be?
Well, this is an event that's basically based around the hemp seed as food, as food for human consumption, but the oil from the seed is also used in various soaps, cosmetics, and creams. And these are very fast-growing subsectors in the industrial hemp industry. The food is exploding in terms of the markets. The Australian market just opened, for example. The American market is massive. The South Koreans are consuming hemp seed massively. That's the food side of it. And then on the cosmetics, of course, there's real trends toward more natural raw materials for cosmetics. And of course, hemp has incredible health and healing properties. So this cosmetics sector is also growing extremely fast.
Yeah, when it comes to healing, the next summit is medical hemp. So what is going to be?
Medical hemp is basically about cannabidiol, about the incredibly fast-growing demand around the world for CBD as medicine, and also as by prescription, but also as nutraceuticals or say over-the-counter types of health products. And this, of course, is the biggest and fastest growing sector in the whole industrial hemp industry.
All right, so medical hemp is in August, and then in October there's like Hemp 2020 Business Summit.
The event in October, this will be our third one, and this was actually the gave rise to the other events, because we had a general summit about industrial hemp in the year 2016. And while I had 25 leading people from around the world, I asked them all, what should we be doing to raise the level of consciousness and the spread the knowledge, technology, and everything that's needed? And they said, go to the sectors. So begin to do specialized events like this, sector by sector. So that's actually sort of the mothership of our whole education program. So that one every year is a general one, and basically what we look for in that is entrepreneurs of all kinds in all sectors, and we try to then mix them up with people who have who may be wanting to invest in the hemp industry, or we pair them up with other companies where it makes a lot of sense for them to work together. And that's really it's more of a investor matchmaking kind of event.
All right. Well, it all sounds interesting. Where one can find information on that or apply for joining it?
Yeah, for the events, we're on hemptoday.net, and then there's a tab across the top where you'll see all of our events listed. And we're also partners with a company in Colorado on hempevents.org. And this is just a full collection of the best events around the world in different national and international events. And this is growing amazingly. The number of events, if you want to get educated about hemp, It's very, very possible to do it, and a lot of them are big events. And as I say, we publish around these big events, and that's great because the big events, you can interface with the consumer, but the things that we're doing here are really more at the business to business level.
All right. So as you heard, you can find more information over there on the internet. So yeah, thank you.
Hemptoday.net.
Hemptoday.net. Yeah. Thank you very much, Kurt.
Thanks, guys.